In our last investigation, we exposed how the phrase "made in USA" has become a marketing lie. We showed you how private equity firms have hollowed out the brands you used to trust, replacing steel with plastic and engineering your tools to fail in 5 years. The comment section was flooded with thousands of angry Americans asking the same question. If Craftsman is junk, and John Deere is a software trap, and General Electric is disposable, what is left? Is there anything left on the market that is actually built to last? Or are we forced to buy garbage for the rest of our lives? Today, we are answering that question. We have compiled the Forever List. These are the 5 specific brands and product categories that have refused to sell out. They are not cheap, they are not flashy, and they often lack the smart features that the marketing departments try to sell you. But they have one thing in common. They are built to be owned, not rented. They are built to be repaired, not replaced. Here is the mechanic's white list for the modern world. Number 1 on the list, the laundry tank. If you walk into a big box store today, you will see rows of washing machines that look like spaceships. They have curved glass doors, touch screens, and Wi-Fi connectivity. They are designed to look impressive on the showroom floor, but inside, they are built with plastic spiders, sealed bearings, and cheap circuit boards that fry the moment the humidity rises. If you want a machine that will wash your clothes for the next 25 years, you need to ignore all of them. You need to buy a Speed Queen, specifically the TC5 top loader. Speed Queen is different because they do not build consumer appliances. They build commercial laundromat machines. The unit you buy for your house is effectively the same machine they sell to a laundromat, just without the coin slot. It does not have a lid lock that traps your clothes. It does not have a sensor that weighs your laundry to save a cup of water. It has a mechanical timer. It has a steel transmission with steel gears, and it fills the tub with water all the way to the top. Critics will say it is loud. They will say it is aggressive. They are right. It washes clothes with violence. But while your neighbor is replacing his Samsung front loader for the 3rd time in 10 years because the rubber gasket grew mold and the computer died, your Speed Queen will still be running. It is an industrial tool in a domestic world. Number 2, the small engine king. If you own a home, you likely own a piece of outdoor power equipment, a generator, a pressure washer, or a lawnmower. Most of these machines today are powered by cheap, disposable engine clones. They run rough, they vibrate, and after 2 winters in the garage, the carburetor gums up and they never start again. There is one exception, Honda. I am not talking about their cars, although they are good. I am talking about their small engines, specifically the GX series. Honda small engines are the gold standard for a reason. They start on the first pull. Whether it is 90 degrees or 20 degrees below zero, a Honda engine wants to run. The engineering tolerance inside a Honda carburetor is microscopic compared to the generic clones. But the real reason they make the list is parts availability. If you buy a generator from a discount store and the pull cord snaps, you throw the generator away. You cannot find the part. If you break a part on a Honda engine from 1985, you can still walk into a dealer and order the replacement screw. They respect the machine enough to support it for decades. If you are buying a generator for an emergency, do not bet your family's safety on a knockoff. Buy the Honda. It is the only small engine that respects your time. Number 3, the foundation. We cannot talk about building a life without talking about what you wear on your feet. For the working man, boots are not fashion, they are equipment. Most modern boots are built using cement construction. They glue the rubber sole directly to the leather upper. It is cheap and it's fast. But once that glue dries out and the sole peels off, the boot is trash. You cannot fix it. If you want footwear that qualifies as an asset, look for one specific term: Goodyear welt. This is an old school construction method where the leather upper is stitched to a leather strip, which is then stitched to the sole. Brands like Thorogood, specifically the American Heritage line and the Red Wing Heritage line, still use this method. Why does it matter? Because when the sole wears out after 2 years of hard work, you do not throw the boots away. You take them to a cobbler. They cut the stitches, peel off the old rubber, and stitch on a new tread. A broken-in pair of leather boots with a fresh sole is more comfortable than anything you can buy new. You can rebuild them 3, 4, or 5 times. A pair of $300 boots that last for 10 years is infinitely cheaper than buying a pair of $100 glued boots every single year. Stop buying disposable footwear. Buy a boot that can be rebuilt. Number 4, the iron pan. In the kitchen, we have been sold a lie called non-stick, Teflon, ceramic, granite. They all promise an easy life, eggs that slide right off the pan, but it is a trap. Those chemical coatings are fragile. You cannot use metal utensils. You cannot get them too hot. And no matter how careful you are, within 3 years the coating will scratch and flake off. You end up eating the plastic coating with your dinner. The solution is to go back to the 1800s to cast iron. A brand like Lodge, which is still made in Tennessee, sells a skillet for $30. It is a heavy, crude piece of iron, but it is indestructible. You can scrape it with steel. You can put it in a campfire. You can drop it on concrete. The more you use it, the better it gets. The oil bakes into the iron, creating a natural non-stick surface that does not leach chemicals into your food. We have seen cast iron pans from 1920 that are still being used daily. There is no planned obsolescence in a chunk of iron. There are no circuit boards to fail. It is the ultimate rebellion against the disposable economy. Finally, number 5, the hand tool. In our last video, we exposed how craftsmen sold out. So, if you need a wrench that won't round off a bolt, where do you go? You have to look for the brands that still forge their steel in the United States. For pliers, the name is Channel Lock. They are still made in Meadville, Pennsylvania. The steel is high carbon, and the teeth are laser heat treated. When you grip a pipe with a channel lock, it bites. It does not slip. For wrenches and sockets, you should look at a brand called Right Tool. They are not as famous as the big box store brands because they do not spend millions on marketing. They spend their money on the steel. They developed a design called the Right Grip, which puts the pressure on the flat of the bolt, not the corner. This gives you 50% more torque without stripping the fastener. These tools are not shiny. They do not have chrome plating that peels off. They look industrial. They feel heavy. And they come with a warranty that is backed by a company that actually makes the product, not just a holding company that imports it. Here is the verdict: the buy it for life. Philosophy is not just about saving money. It is about opting out of the cycle of waste. The corporations want you to be a consumer. They want you to buy a new toaster, a new drill, and a new truck every 5 years. They want you to be dependent on their supply chain. When you buy a Speed Queen or a cast iron pan or a rebuildable boot, you are breaking that chain. You are taking ownership of your life. You are saying that you prefer to repair rather than replace. These products cost more upfront. We know that, but the most expensive product you can buy is the one you have to buy twice. Stop buying the marketing. Stop buying the plastic. Buy the iron. Buy the leather. Buy the steel. And build a life that lasts longer than the warranty.